Okay, so the first thing that we're going to take a look at is the task. For the Renaissance, we looked at the prompt saying describe how art can reflect the values of a culture. For the Protestant Reformation, we are going to look at the prompt examine the motivations for protest. This is a prompt we're going to use all year long. So this is really the first time that we see people protest, but then all the way at the end of the year when we talk about modern day topics, we're going to look at today in our world, why do people protest? So as you read these documents, this is what you are going to focus on, the motivations for why Martin Luther chose to protest the church. In this framework that we have here, it's called an it says, I say, and so chart. The it says is information from the text that you're actually reading, and it needs to be paraphrased or quoted directly from the text. So I already chose the it says for you because I didn't want you to read all 95 theses, so I chose a couple of them. You're going to do this chart again for homework tonight with a text from your textbook, and you're going to have to pull out what you think the most important part is, and you are going to place it in that it says part of the chart. So depending on how this works, sometimes I'll give you what I think is most important. Sometimes you're going to have to think about what's most important. The I says is consider what you know about the information. So you can comment, infer, question, connect. What do you say about it? You can even paraphrase it, put it a little bit easier into your own words. And then the and so part is how does this, it says, and I say, help you answer the prompt, examine the motivations for protest. Okay, so that right-hand side box, the and so, is telling you why is this important? How could you use this information to help you best answer that prompt or address the question being asked? So we're going to do the first one together. Thesis 21 states, thus those preachers of indulgences are in error who say that by the indulgences of the Pope, a man is loose and saved from all punishment. So the preachers of indulgences are who? Yeah, so like the priests, the popes, the bishops, right, are wrong, right, are in error to say that one can be freed by paying indulgences. So in that, I just paraphrased it. The one thing that you could do is, how does Martin Luther know this, though? Right, that might be a question I want to ask, and maybe it'll come up later of where he learned that the priests, bishops, and popes are wrong to do that. All right, the and so. So I'm going to look back at the prompt, examine the motivations for protest. So I think that this could be a reason for protest because the Pope and his religious leaders are preaching the wrong information to their people. That money is the way to be saved from sin. This can be especially motivating if those religious leaders, knew they were preaching incorrectly and abusing their authority to gain money. And then you're just going to move on to number 32. You should be doing this with your groups, talking through them, because some of them are very challenging. So you want to make sure that you are working together in order to do that.